Hey, baby. Great rising, beautiful. Girl, I was struggling. I was trying to go live and it was just like not connecting and then kept cutting off. How are you? Happy 11/11 portal day. New beginnings, a day for setting intentions and bringing in manifestation. I'm excited. Cancer's reading is. I've just been having some issues with getting stuff uploaded. But I have Cancer uploading. I should have Leo and Virgo done by today, hopefully. I was supposed to do the weekly messages. I'll probably just do those by element if I could fit those in. So thank y'all for joining. Please don't forget to hit the like button. So today we're talking about the 11/11 portal, super potent, powerful day. This is amazing energy bestowed upon us via the universe, right? Astrologically, we have these beautiful alignments in the heavens. And then we do also have um, this energy being backed up by some powerhouse planets, okay? And I'm so excited because this gateway is about radical new beginnings. And this it's going to impact different people in different areas of their lives. But the message here for today is to embrace whatever new beginning is coming in for you. Know that this new beginning is coming in um, with blessings and miracles. Also, an opportunity for you to kind of and really get grounded in the present. And please know, because I do see that it's saying that my connection is a little shaky. So, blessings, instantaneous messages, answers, and inspiration from the divine. Divine is constantly kind of guiding you in the direction that you need to go in. Um, there might be a little bit noise because today is trash day, so the truck is coming around. So I want to apologize in advance, but there's nothing I could do about that. But 11/11 calls us to live in the present moment. When you are grounded in the present, that is where you can find the most power. You don't have control over the past, right? And whatever you do in the present will dictate how your the events and the circumstances of your life will unfold for the future. There's a trash truck. Give me a second. Let me mute. It's a little loud. I'm gonna mute for a second and then I'll come right back, okay? Thank y'all. So sorry about that. On our block, we have two pickup days, and Thursday's one of them. It usually comes in the afternoon. I think they're on an early schedule today because usually they don't come by until later this afternoon. So, anyways, at 11:21, which is also a very powerful master number, stay present. We're getting inspired to claim our miracles, claim this new beginning. This is absolutely a wonderful time. And then when we break down the numerology for today, 11/11/2021, it adds up to the numerology of the number nine, which is the number of unconditional love, release, culminations, and endings. So this is why this portal is very potent because there is an ending of one cycle, and then we're being catapulted into a new beginning, right? It is like the universe is shutting the door on the old you, your old life, and it's kind of pushing you into this new paradigm of where you exist in infinite possibility. And please let me know if I'm buffering or not. Okay, infinite possibility. That is amazing, and it is important for us to understand that in order for us to kind of anchor into this new energy, it's about letting go of limitations, right? Letting go of anything that makes us feel limited, anything that makes us fearful of the changes, or anything that just keeps you stuck to an old way of being, because you're being pushed into this new beautiful energy. And it's one again affect it's going to affect different people in different ways, right? Because you have to look at your own personal placements, right? See what a house will be affected. Hey, thank you for joining, right? So I had to pause a little bit because there was a little bit of noise, but I'm back. So if you just came in and you heard a pause, it was just because I had there was a lot of noise and I just paused for a minute, but I'm back. So this is an amazing time for us to really anchor into this beautiful energy. And when I say anchor in, I'm just talking about grounding yourself into is to see a cord coming down from your base chakra all so that you could be grounded and connected and secure, right? This is just securing your spot. Think of this as like this magical train that comes in only once a year, and you're trying to get your spot on that train. You don't want to miss it, right? You don't want to miss it. And that's important for us to understand that this is at a core. You are going to feel the shift, you know, not just emotionally or mentally or spiritually, but at the very core of who you are. Something has shifted within you. You have noticed that there have been a lot of endings and changes in your life. Possibly you maybe, no longer um, deal with the same people. Maybe your friendships ended, a job, something major, some sort of major combination in your life. You're moving into this new um, idea of who you can be, right? Beyond your limitations. Hey, Shantae, thank you for joining. Beyond your limitations, because we are all sometimes, sometimes we're restricted, but it's self limit. It's our own self imposed restrictions, right? We when we are anchored into one thought process or belief, um, it could work for you for a time, but then there's a time where you right there's like let's just say you believe that you can only have certain things. Like maybe you believe, oh, I'm always going to date people on a casual level, but I can never get married. I'll never get married. That's kind of like a self-imposed limitation that you put on yourself. This new shift is going to bring you to a phase where you're no longer going to have that cap ceiling, like where you can only reach a certain point. This is infinite possibilities to expanding upon a new thought that is going to be based on a new level of awareness, right? So you are moving into this phase where you're really going to be using the energy to manifest what you want, and this energy is also bringing in a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas, a lot of answers, a lot of signs, symbols, and synchronicities that will guide you along the way. So you're being kind of your hand, it's almost like spirit is holding your hand and is saying, here, let me guide you, right? But back to those the numerology, the 1111 numerology, of course, is a double ones, and it symbolizes the fresh start, new momentum, new action, and new beginnings. Because it's doubled into a master number, which is an 11, and actually a life path 11. It creates this. It's almost like it creates these two pillars, create like a doorway, right? If you look at two ones next to each other, it looks like a doorway, and Spirit's giving you an opportunity to walk through that threshold, that doorway into this new reality of infinite possibilities. Um, I think that your the goal is to be the observer, um, to observe and to be ready to ready for the unexpected. There's no really set um, there's no set course in this type of energy. It's almost like, like I said, being catapulted. It's like it can happen for you. So expecting the unexpected, not having a set um, destination, but allowing spirit to gently guide you. Um, Today is also Jupiter Day. So Jupiter is a planet of abundance. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, higher awareness, your beliefs, also for awakening. So definitely an energy of awakening today. So we have the portal plus Jupiter. That's what makes it feel. We got every love song. This is a cassette. Spirit is saying you've been on this journey, and this is bringing you to a place of self discovery. So these every love song is kind of like conditioning. It's like replaying events, replaying or doing something over and over, getting caught up in your eyes. And right beneath it, I talked about these self imposed limitations that we put on ourselves. The spirit is saying that this portal is moving you out of a space where you were repeating the same set of circumstances, you were repeating something, you were caught in this web that made you feel stuck, right? Even though it's illusory, but spirit is saying that there is this. So this is good. This is good because this is what this 1111 portal is going to be for all of us collectively is self discovery, right? Which is absolutely wonderful. That's why I said there's no set course because whatever you discover from now until eclipse season is really going to shape and mold how the rest of your the next year 2022 is going to look. And for a lot of you guys, it's going to look completely different than what you've experienced before. Self discovery. So for the 1111 portal, what I want to do is I do want to offer 1111 readings today. So for 11 and 11 cents, I will be answering questions for you guys to see what's coming in with this beautiful energy. Oh, Lord, look at that. I just talk about a magical train and I said that you don't want to miss this train. Look at her. She's ready to get on the train. This you. Spirit says, don't be afraid of this change. Have courage. This is going to lead you to discovering who you're really meant to be. Like, look, these people are ready. They're traveling along, right? Spirit is saying, we're gently guiding you. Get in this train. We're going to guide you. You're just going to discover a whole new world. Thinking of the movie Aladdin, a whole new world. Change is difficult sometimes, right? But this energy is going to kind of push you towards the life that you're meant to live, the person you're meant to be or evolve into. These three came out, oh, beautiful. And this is kind of like, um, this is the energy that I'm talking about, this divine, divine intervention. We could definitely call it that. Right? The 1111 portal. This is divine stepping in, intervening, and saying, we're going to get you to wherever you need to go. Look at that. Again, people traveling the distance. We're going to take you to the distance. Yeah. Look, we have all this symbology, and a lot of you guys, what it is that you need to come out of ego. Ego can represent fear and it could represent those self imposed limitations. Yeah. Let go of your ego, right? Ego death, right? Surrender and let the universe guide you. So in all these cards, we have kind of like someone wandering. Now she's walking away from somebody here. So spirit is saying, yeah, but what I feel like you're walking away from is ego-based limitations, right? You're a fixed sign. That's why. That's what this. Yeah, that fixed sign. You don't like change. You don't like change, but change is good. Some of you guys, this change is going to be sparking some sort of renewal. Now, I do have this reunion energy, but right below it, it says soul tie. I want to say that some of you guys are going to be breaking the chains of limitations when it comes to the people you date. But if I wanted to look at this and not make this about love, I would say that this would be a reunion to your higher self, like reconnecting with the higher essence of who you are at your core, right? Not what this world molded you to become, right? Because your experiences, your life experiences, your circumstances, the people you were around, your family, all of that kind of molded you. But you're kind of gaining this new identity, like, okay, that doesn't work for me anymore, right? Whatever, however way I was living before doesn't feel right, right? These people don't feel right. I don't mesh well. I don't feel connected. So there's this moving towards new experience, and this new experience is meant to kind of open you up open you up so that the true essence of you can shine through, and also to heal you, your heart chakra. This is gorgeous. Yeah. So Spirit says, yeah, mastering a karmic lesson here. That's very interesting. Ooh, very powerful vibes this morning, right? Spirit is saying that this is all to heal you, your heart, and to help you to master this karmic lesson. So, this portal is kind of bringing you into a new phase of this, moving out of an old way of doing things, learning the lesson of the past, moving out of that old cycle, moving into a new set of lessons or just a new reality. Because if you were kind of going through the same karmic pattern, repeating the same type of lessons, this is your opportunity to break that cycle. Like, I don't want to keep repeating that shit, right? I don't want to keep going repeating that same shit over and over and over and over. I don't want to keep doing that. I want something different. This is your opportunity to anchor into that different reality, knowing your worth and setting different expectations for yourself. I love it. I love that for you. I love that for us. Come on. Expect the unexpected. Divine intervention, clarity where there wasn't clarity, seeing the people around you, seeing situations and circumstances that don't serve you. This moon energy is shadow, clarity on the darkness. And I talked about the numerology of 11 being like a doorway, or even a light. It's like a light code. 1111 is a light code. Something that you don't know will be revealed soon, beloveds. Hmm. Revelation. The numerology code facilitates awakening that leads you to inner peace. So whatever put you in this energy of dark night of the soul, or just put you in this dark energy, or whatever darkness you faced before, you have some sort of clarity, illumination, awakening to it. And it comes in through divine intervention, because I look at these lightning bolts as the universe, right? Because what is lightning? Lightning is an act of Mother Nature. We don't have any control over lightning. We can't control it. Right? It just happens. It just, you could be walking down the street and a bolt of lightning can just kind of come out of nowhere. So this is completely unexpected, whatever this clarity is. Let's see what the clarity might be about for some of you guys. True love stories never die. True love. Okay. Spirit says we're unveiling whatever is false around you. This don't have to be love, but this could be whatever around you might not be real. That's being Spirit said, listen, we want you to come out of this darkness, and we want you to know that love doesn't die. Love is an infinite possibility. Remember, I said we're moving into this infinite possibility. And my example was that threshold, or that not threshold, but that limitation, or that ceiling, where you feel like, how everything is about expanding or ascending upward, right? But if there's a ceiling, you can't get past it, right? So let's just say you feel like, I'm never going to get married, I'm never going to meet the one. This is about you now realizing that you have been limiting yourself. You can meet the one, or have whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever, however this is going to play out, depending on what house is that's being transited. But whatever this is about your worth and your value, and that true love stories never end. I'm going to clarify that. This is pushing you towards you're gaining spiritual strength and empowerment from the universe. That is the intervention, cosmic assistance, cosmic support. 1111 portal. And in the present moment, this is why I say get grounded a lot, bringing you a lot of abundant energy, a lot of spiritual strength, a lot of spiritual backing. Beautiful. I mean, this is amazing. This is so amazing. Hey, Elle. Hell, Mel. So Yeah, we have separation. There, so up into the winter time, you're going through some sort of rebirth, being born again, and that's symbolic. What's this longing separation card talking about, Spirit? Soulmate, yeah, no longer being someone that you're meant to be with. Spirit says we're putting you on the road of this recovery. I love that there's this road, this that it's because it's like symbolic for a path. It's like, okay, there's a path being opened up. You're ready. You're ready to get back on tracks. You ready? Um, I'm trying to think if I should do the readings this morning or should I wait later to do the readings. I could do some now and I could do some later. I do want to offer 11 readings, but I do have to make the service. Um, I was having issues with getting connected earlier. I might have to do them later because I don't have the service set up, but I could do it real quick on my phone. And I got to see who's interested now, and then I'll add the service. And um, if I didn't see you, I want to say hi to the people coming in, the people that didn't leave a message in the chat. Hello, don't forget to hit the like button. Hey Donna, Shantae, hey Mel, hey L. No, I do readings through my website. It's just for bookkeeping purposes, for taxes and stuff like that. I don't use Cash App to when I'm doing readings, only for donations. So I will, but thank you for asking. I'll add the service on my website because my website is tied to my business accounts. So I do need to make sure that I'm keeping track of my revenue. Um, So I'm gonna give you guys a quick love update again. Let me see if collectively I could see how this would be like, okay, impactful. But I know that there are specific areas that are going to be targeted for different people, right? Jupiter plays a big part in that. So probably look at where Jupiter is transiting right now in your chart. That would be the strongest energy that we would need to look at. You have some creative ideas that are going to be born out of this energy. Please engage in the total timelessness. This is no restrictions to time, no restrictions to a thought process, a destination, just kind of being guided along and letting spirit lead. Everybody has their own way of manifesting their own abundance. And abundance is, I'm using that term broadly because abundance can mean different things for different people. It's not always about money for everyone, right? So if abundance for you is just to have a happy, healthy life, or maybe for some people it's having a family, or it's having healthy love, or just being in good mental health, you know what I mean? Not necessarily I gotta be super filthy rich, maybe just I want to be okay. I want to be able to like not worry about paying bills. I want to have enough bills are paid and then still have enough to do something like go on a trip or um, do things that you want, you know, like decorate your home, remodel, or start a side hustle or start a creative project, stuff like that. So it's not going to be, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be a mogul, or I want to, it could just be, hey, I've been working on my business, my small business, and I would like to see more abundance there in that area where um, you get more clients, right? And with more clients, that kind of defaults. The default of that is more money, So it's just depending on you and your what you want to manifest. Um, so Jupiter will play a role in that because today's Jupiter day. Today's Thursday. Thursday's ruled by Jupiter. You could do some sort of a yellow candle, any Jupiter-based mantras. So you have deities, like depending on your what you feel comfortable with. So a lot of people pray to angels. Some people pray to deities, right? Gods, goddesses. So tap into one that is in alignment to Jupiter, and they all even if it's a different religion, they all kind of correlate with a certain energy. Because remember, all of these deities, they're just personified, but they're energetic signatures. So, like for example, Oshun is depicted always wearing yellow. So that would be a good. She represents abundance. She gives a lot of abundance and stuff. So that would be like a Jupiter type of energy signature. And then you have other deities or gods and goddesses, or you could just do candle work. You can use yellow stones, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you have knowledge about. If you don't have any knowledge about deities, gods, and doing manifestation rituals, you can do simple things like burning a bay leaf, writing down manifestations, right? Writing is always one of your best tools, visualization, prayer, and things. Okay. I'll add it to my website for you guys. I love that this is happening in Scorpio season. My Jupiter is in Scorpio. Do you guys drop your Jupiter placement? I just thought about that. Hey, my Jupiter, drop your Jupiter placement. Let me go look at my birth chart. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't my Jupiter on? My because Jupiter is your husband for us ladies. So I know that. I know that my husband is going to have Scorpio like attributes. And I always thought that was weird because, Scorpios get a bad rap with being very secretive, very dark. Yeah, my Jupiter is in Scorpio. I'm using tropical. Mm. So, ooh, that means that this month might be very impactful for me when it comes to manifesting. But what does Scorpio represent? Other people's money, joint assets. I don't got no partner. Taxes, banks, loans. So this would be like a good opportunity for me to apply for loans and stuff like that, things of that nature. Uh, so that's how you kind of figure out what area and how to tap in. And then you also want to see where Jupiter is in, where when we look at progressive charts, or you look at just currently how that's affect where how Jupiter's affecting you now, because I believe Jupiter's in Aquarius. Last time I checked, I don't know. I don't be keeping track. So right now, Jupiter's in Aquarius, which is other, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and that's the friends and the wishes. The 11th house is a house of wishes too. So wishes can come true. Karmic payouts as well, you guys, in the autumn season, reaping what you sow. So that could be a big indication of what you should be looking forward to. Cancer, fourth house. Are you in a union? You're probably going to get some sort of inheritance, Carol. You might be getting some sort of inheritance or something to that effect, or you may have gotten one recently. If you haven't, you may be coming into one soon. And that I'm kind of like a little iffy about the inheritance because you know how that goes, right? When you hear the word inheritance, it could be like, oh, okay, I'm inheriting a business from a family business, or maybe some assets or some sort of estate. But then it also can mean that there could be an ending that gives you the inheritance, if you know what I mean, without saying too much. So sometimes when I hear like inheritance, I always think about the downside of that, but it's a blessing in disguise, right? Because if you get it because of an ending, right? We're in Scorpio season, then that would be, um, you know, a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, someone I lost somebody, but I gained this in return. You know what I mean? Some of us been through that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to say it. I felt it intuitively, like, and then I was like, do I say it? I just didn't want to say it. I don't want to be insensitive, and I know it's scary. That's why I'm saying that. I'm kind of iffy with the inheritance, but it happens, and I'm sorry that I brought that up. I hope I didn't trigger you at all, but that could be your blessing. But I'm praying, for your father's recovery. But a lot of things is out of our control. And think of it as I had to when my mom died. I had to look at a lot of things in a different from a different perspective on how and it took me a while how that ending of that made me step up as the matriarch of the family. It made me kind of doing free dream interpretations. I need to post that. I'm so bad. I was supposed to post that yesterday. I've been going these energies have been putting me through it, okay? But I am going to be doing free dream interpretations. It's just going to be, I'm just going to randomly select whatever dream calls to me the most. So what you guys have to do is send me an email, title it dream interpretation, like in the subject, put the subject as dream interpretation. But when you write out your dream in detail, please, you see what I'm saying? Something to that effect. Carol, thank you for joining. I always love to see other fellow. I said I was getting a large inheritance, and I did a that threw that at me. Please tell me that this is true. Um, yeah, it could be. Where's your Jupiter? And it could be more than that. And even though I said to Miss Carol that she's going to get some sort of inheritance, or she might, I said might. But the expansion is in her home. And like I said, for me, I'm a Cancer sun. And for me, like I said, I had to step up as the matriarch after my mom passed away. So I had to kind of be the fill-in mom. I had two younger siblings that I had to take care of and nurture. So maybe Miss Carol may have to go into a matriarch role, or maybe that's the role she has been taking on. And maybe this will liberate you from being the mom of everybody in your family. Maybe you're tired of being the mom. Maybe you want to do something else. You got to look at your North Node too. Hey, Yolanda. Yeah, you got to look at your North Node too to see, like, okay, how is this going to tie into my new metaphors? I have to incorporate balancing work life and home life. It kind of played out in a way where spirit took me away from working, and I'm been self-employed. I've been working from home for 3 years. That's because if it was up to me, I love being at home. Don't get me wrong, but if it was up to me, um, I think that things would be different. But I do love the working at home. I think that was a blessing at home, because baby girl, your girl did not getting up working for nobody. That's not for me. It's not the life for me. Working for somebody else, and I'm good. I'm good at working for other people. I'm good at being, because I'm a can initiate. I have great ideas. I have a really great work ethic. We're good with people. But there was a part of me as I was transforming into this new version of myself that is more independent. I kind of found that the environment that I was in, because I was at my job for about 7 years, going on 8 years, didn't give me the room to blossom and to grow. It was like I was like a rosebud, but I wasn't getting enough light. That, you know what I'm saying? Like I needed more light so that I could actually blossom into something else. That job kind of kept me limited, right? Right. So it's like it did help me, because I think that too, like if I were to be still a busy working mom, taking on all those overtime shifts, it would have really made a bigger impact on my son's mental health, because that was also something that was that kind of came up. And we don't even think about how us being single moms or working moms, we don't think about how that affects our children, but it does, right? I mean, some of us are aware, but sometimes we don't have a choice, right? Because you got to work. You got to work your ass off. And if you are someone that's older and you've worked your whole life, your dream is not going to be to keep working for somebody. You're going to want to retire and you're going to want to have ease, and you want to be able to just get up and say, hey, I could do something that makes me happy and that also takes care of my financial needs, right? So it just depends on the person, if that makes sense, right? Like, I want to be able to sustain myself but enjoy life. Think about it. I'm talking about, girl, any little overtime I could get, baby. Listen, I don't have a babysitter, but this is an extra 8 hours. Hey, Tam for barbecue queens. Does that make sense? Yeah, great rising. Do you? So it's like, what do you want, beloved? It's like, I'm gonna be honest with you and transparent. Work forever. I'm tired of working. I love doing what I want to do it, but I want to do it to where I don't have to work as much. And but understand that everything takes hard work until you get, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us got more karmic debt. Some of us got more. Some of us are more inclined to having financial success depending on your placements and stuff like that. Doesn't mean that you can't have it. It just means that for some people, and I probably was really, focused on money, and maybe my values were skewed because my life is of service now. So that's a big difference from being, Spirit revealed to me that I was some sort of pop celebrity, maybe not no big time celebrity, maybe like like how we look at Instagram people as celebrities sometimes. Not me, y'all. I don't look at anybody like a celebrity to me. But you know how like an influencer. So let's just say I was an influencer my last lifetime. They used to They told me I was a celebrity, but I know that celebrity could be. There's different levels, right? And let's just, because Capricorns, if you know anything about Capricorn people are all about stability, longevity, their goals. And they could be money, they could be very money driven. And if I was that way, money, because I want to, of course, nice things. And that's for that Capricorn in me, that soft note. I want nice things, but I don't need to be rich to be happy. I was never one of those people that was just like, I have to have the latest bag or all the fancy stuff. No, I don't. I want to have nice stuff, but I'm okay if I don't wear designer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just leaning towards my North Node. Is my cosmic purpose is to be of service. That means that I wasn't of service in my last life. I must have been really into myself or really into money. Really into money. A lot of people, we see that on social media, right? A lot of people, they'll have 200 fucking Birkin bags or 200 500 designer bags, and it's like, you spend $20,000 on a bag and we have people dying of hunger. um Talking about, I got $1 million worth of bags, and they're proud of it, and it's just like, and I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder what your next life is going to look like. Not saying that they don't deserve it, but it just depends on the person. We have we have a very ego driven society right now, so that are in more of a spiritual, or a lot of us that are striving to live a more spiritual, holistic life, we're being kind of guided away from that ego based type of thought process. Not saying that you can't have things because you're spiritual, but the value you put on things is going to be a little bit different, Need a roof over my head. I want a nice house. I'm a Cancer, so I want my to look nice. My house has to be my sanctuary. And like I said, it's going to be different for different people. Your values are going to be placed differently based on your placements, and you'll know because you'll have different hurdles and obstacles in a particular area of your life that you will have to overcome. Some people it's money, some people it's love, some people it's value, how you value yourself, and how people treat you. It's different things, right? We all have different aspirations and goals, but this is the day for you to really anchor that in. And today, what I did before I started this live, right? I was writing down some intentions and stuff. And on my Instagram, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do. I have a question up where you guys post your intentions, your manifestations. I want us to all kind of share, because if we can collectively create the same thought process, do you know how powerful that is? Like collectively, we're all here and we're all thinking about I want to manifest a different, stronger. Like if we could focus on that one thing that we want, like okay, let's think about one thing that everybody wants. The first thought probably will be money, right? Because we can't live in this society without money. But can we look at it from a higher awareness? Because everything will default back to money, because money is currency, and we have to look at money as an energy source, right? And how our energy is how what's going to dictate the amount of money we can attract to ourselves, right? So let's just say everybody here is in agreement that we just, because struggles may be defined differently by different people. But for me, what I want is not to worry about money. I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to worry about money or how I'm going to pay this or whatever. I don't want that. I want to have enough. Okay. And enough is going to be defined by your own situation, because some of us got more bills than others. Some of us live, what is this? Oh, a piece of noodle. I was having noodles earlier. Um, some of us have, live in different area codes and zip codes. So some of us got more bills to cover than others, and people more affordable. Whatever your circumstances, we all don't want to have to worry about money. And if you don't have to worry about money, let's just say you don't worry about money. Let's say you have enough as far as money is concerned. Then it would be whatever else that you don't have enough of. That would be what you would want to change or want to, um, you would want to. Some of us is love. Oh, I don't got love. I'm lonely. I'm single. My relationships don't work out, and I want to manifest love, real love, long lasting, stable love, right? Honest, pure love. And with that being said, it's your desire, whatever energy, if you can tap into that infinite possibility, um, or like it's almost like an ocean, and, and as big as the ocean is, it's there we don't have no perception of the depths of the ocean, right? We can watch shows, we can hear scientists talk about how they can measure how deep it is, but let's just say a regular human being looking out in the ocean, that at some point you walk out, towards the ocean, you're going to be in the water, you're not going to be able to perceive the depths, right, of the ocean, the expanse of the ocean as one person. So think of the ocean as that infinite possibility, right? You look out and there's just water. That means that there's no limit to what you can actually manifest. You got to get to that thought process of, and then being part of that thought process is not limiting yourself with one outcome or one destination or one thing. So saying I want love, and saying, I do want love. I do want someone that is going to reciprocate love back to me, but being open to however that's going to come in for you. Not saying, oh, I want love, but I want it with stuff like that. So, but yeah, we all want love. We all want money, right? Those are the two things I think that most of us want: money to do the things we want to do, to buy the things we want to buy, or just to feel safe and secure, and love, right? Because um, why not? Love is kind of like what keeps us motivated, right? Love is one of the it is the highest vibrations, but it is an action. It's constantly moving. So you have to kind of, for me, when I think about love, I think about what it means to be, right? Because being is an action word too. It's a verb, right? To be is an action all in itself. And I feel like love is like that. It's like um, can't really unconditional love. You can define love when you're kind of putting limitations on it. It's kind of like what I'm saying about being tapping to that just expansion, that infinite possibility. I look at love like that. I look at love as something that you can't really contain and define or measure. It just kind of it's itself, right? It's kind of just one of those things that you just have to align yourself a way where you're not putting a restriction or limitations to that. And therefore, then it becomes something that can be in abundance for you. So for me, this marks a beautiful new doorway that's going to allow you to move with spirit, or letting spirit kind of gently guide you along towards what you want, right? Need, I should say need, um, to get you to where you want to be, or to get you closer to what you want. I feel like this is what this energy is about for me. And in the way I'm picking it up intuitively, it is a state of being, and no destination, no limitation, no restriction, no way to measure it. It's just it's like opening, just being open to it, being open to whatever it brings for into your life. And what it will bring into your life is a lot of inspiration at the very least. And that inspiration is what's going to get you to wherever you need to be. And one thing that I find very inspiring about divine intervention is that it's just like knowing that you're always, that you, someone always has your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the universe has my back. The universe has my back. The universe has my back no matter what. No matter what, I'm gonna be okay. Oh, look at that. Spiritual mission is to understand that the universe has your back. I can't make this up. I cannot. In the beginning, I can't. Letting go, change, time to move forward, risk and opportunities. Spirit says the mission is to let you know that you don't have to be limited, and no, there's completely different. You can live a completely different lifestyle. You have new opportunities. You have change. The spirit wants you to move with them. It's almost, like I said, like the ocean. Being in the ocean, and there's currents. Not fighting against the current, but kind of letting the ocean kind of just floating, and just letting it just drift you to where. What you're going to be unpacking is false beliefs, this false sense of security, false beliefs, those limitations, self deception, all of that. You're kind of removing the veil. Um, and there's going to be this connectiveness between you and spirit. You're detaching from what doesn't serve you, people, places, or things, or you're kind of in that Aquarian energy where yourself is, one entity, but then there's a whole bunch of creatures that live in the ocean, and they're interdependent on each other to a certain extent. But then at the same time, the ocean is so expansive, so big, you can be in there and really just be on your own. But just being in that water, knowing that there's something bigger and greater happening beneath the surface, right? So spirit is saying what you have to rid yourself of is these fears and this limitation that has been holding you back. And a lot of you guys, you're fearing being rejected, you're fearing abandonment, you're fearing failure, you're fearing success, you're having confidence issues, a lot of different things that kind of ties into that. This is an opportunity to let go changes, because spirit knows what's best. Spirit is trying to get you to where you need to be. I hope I'm not buffering right now, but if I am, I'm sorry. Somebody is dealing with somebody romantically. That person's going to be revealed to you. Somebody out there in YouTube land, 1211, you may be dealing with on a romantic level that is not who they say they are. Okay, or someone you're connecting to is going through something like that. Let me give you a final message. I'm going to come back and do the 1111 readings. I'll post when you can go purchase those on my website. True Love Story Never Ends. Tell me about this mission. Social media in trouble. Rest and recovery before a restart. And fairy tales do exist. Ooh, this is somebody else, baby. Who they see y'all? Mastering a karmic lesson. What is this social media got me in trouble? Clarify social media. Neptune. Yeah, social media is tied to Neptune. Aquarius too, but there is a lot of illusions out there on social media land, right? That makes sense. Somebody is putting up some sort of illusion or facade on social media. Rest and recovery. Mastering a karmic lesson. Rest and recovery. Reflect. We attract soulmates based on the lessons we need for growth. And fairy tales do exist. Yes, somebody's waking up from a fairy tale, new beginning, letting go, time to move forward. Yeah, so you somebody, the truth. Soulmates based on the lessons we need for growth. Who are we talking about here? Feminine or masculine? Betrayal. Ooh, somebody's being betrayed. You're gonna find out on social media. This could be anybody. This could be a friend, a family member. This could be a lover. So somebody here is betraying you behind. Social media got me in trouble. So social media is going to be the focal point. Denial, illusions, and deception. We did see that someone was wearing a false mask around you, and spirit is guiding you away from that. Spirit wants, or this could be someone you're connecting to that needs to detach from something like that. Attract, yeah, set your intentions high. Yeah, it is your masculine. Whoever you're dealing with or whoever you're connecting to is about to get a rude awakening. Spirit's helping them to master a lesson. And they're finding something out on social media. Look at that. Deception. You could be finding something out about this person. Uranus, yeah. This is going to be for whoever needed to hear this. Pay attention to the red flag. Yeah. Saturn. This masculine's in a karmic relationship. Anything that the feminine watching or whoever's watching, forgive. That's important. You need to forgive. Okay. That is important. So this is a message that came through for somebody. You are dealing with somebody. Maybe you're in a separation. Maybe there has been some sort of disconnect, beloveds. Whatever this disconnect was, it is being handled by the universe. And if you are meant to be with this person and it's happening here, we see you manifesting something here. Either somebody new or manifesting a new beginning. Clarify. Fairy tales attract a new beginning. Clarify that for me. Spirit. Self-care. Yeah, some of you guys are finding out about somebody on social media. This person's betrayed you. We have guilt, shame. Yeah, this person's going through some sort of healing. Don't worry. Anything that doesn't work out right now is because spirit is pushing you towards something better, okay? Just know that. Yeah, transcending obstacles. I do see communication, information coming in. Someone may contact you through social media today, or and then we have resistance. Release that resistance to this change. Remember, spirit says whoever this is, and like I said, don't have to be necessarily a man. It could be a friend, a family member, but whoever is wearing a false mask, spirit is going to reveal that to you in the next coming days. Okay. So the spirit is asking you to forgive. I don't know, but this has to do with someone being married or someone being in another relationship, but they're not telling you. Pay attention to your higher self. Remember, you're going to be inspired. We got the Ace of Swords, truth. Somebody here is learning the truth about an air sign. All right, I'm not going to go deeper. If that resonates with you, please make sure that you book with me so that I can give you specific messages for whatever you want to know for this 1111 portal. The product should be available, the service should be available soon. So, like in the next 5 minutes, if you go to my website and the link is in the description, you can book for a reading. It's going to be $11.11. And then I will post when I'm going live, and then we will proceed. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope this was helpful. Please don't forget to like, forget to subscribe.